Good afternoon or good morning, depending on what part of the world you are in. It's another episode of Harness News Update. I'm Trey Colbeck, and we are live on our presenting sponsor, harnesslink.com. Harnesslink.com is the only harness racing website truly dedicated to covering news and events in the Standardbred industry worldwide. So make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the wonderful things you can do depending on what you're watching on. We're live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. I guess Twitter's called X now, and of course YouTube. Not a crazy show today. Got a few things to go over, but first, we are also sponsored by HarnessBid. HarnessBid is the game changer for the standardbred and harness racing bloodstock industry. It provides buyers and sellers with an easy-to-use online platform that offers global reach, unparalleled transparency, and convenience for you, its customer, with zero commission on every horse sold. Buyers can purchase horses with the confidence that they are getting the best value for their money, while at the same time, sellers can list their horses without worrying about hefty commission fees eating into their profits. For more information and to get started, visit harnessbid.com. And we're also brought to you by our friends at the USTA. A couple stake races finals over the last few days at Dover Downs, the Delaware Standardbred Breeders' Fund for both 3-year-old pacing fillies and pacing colts and geldings. We'll look at that first. We'll also go to Monticello, the Au Revoir pace for 14-year-old seniors. That's kind of cool. Got some New Zealand. The Manawatu Cup we'll look at some France stuff. I apologize. France stuff as well. And quick discussion over the Inter-Dominion preview that goes Inter-Dominion in Australia that goes down tonight, I guess, for North America, or Saturday night in Australia. And we'll maybe talk about some news along the way. But without further ado, let's kick it off. We'll go to Dover Downs here, and we'll look at the 3-year-old filly pacing final, $110,000 up for grabs.
Moving up, sponsored by Delaware Standardbred Breeders' Fund. It's a $110,000 final. There goes No Gel Nikki out with Misty Coast. Down to the inside, She Is Risen. Getting away fourth, Hold My Wine. Lulu Mist is fifth. Racing up in sixth, Mavericks Missy, followed by the trailers, Chatty Kathleen, and at the end, that's Kim's Secret Search. They make the way into the first turn, and coming out on top is Misty Coast, leads by about 2 lengths. No Gel Nikki got away in second. Racing third is She Is Risen in front of Hold My Wine. They make the way by the opening quarter in 27 1/5. Misty Coast leads the way. No Gel Nikki got away second. Racing third, She Is Risen. Then comes Hold My Wine in fourth. Racing fifth, Lulu Mist. Behind Lulu Mist is Mavericks Missy. The trailers into that turn will be Chatty Kathleen, and at the end, that's Kim's Secret Search. They make the way into that turn now. On the way toward the half, Misty Coast, a 2-length lead over No Gel Nikki. Racing in third, She Is Risen. Coming to the outside now is Hold My Wine. Lulu Mist would like to follow Hold My Wine. They went by the half in 56 3/5. They head over toward the backstretch. Misty Coast widens. The lead is about 3.5 lengths. Hold My Wine soon to be second. No Gel Nikki back to third. Off the rail, She Is Risen in front of Lulu Mist. About 3 lengths further back, Kim's Secret Search. Outside of Mavericks Missy, the trailer, is Chatty Kathleen. They continue up the backstretch with Misty Coast opening up 4 lanes. Hold My Wine clearly second, followed by She Is Risen. Outside Lulu Mist, No Gel Nikki continues to drop back. 3/4, 124-1. They're midway on the final turn. Misty Coast by 5 or 6. Hold My Wine clearly second. Then She Is Risen way back in fourth. Lulu Mist. They come toward the top of the stretch now, and Misty Coast comes off the turn with a 5 or 6 length lead. Hold My Wine racing in second. In third, She Is Risen. They come through the stretch. Misty Coast couldn't win any easier. Misty Coast by 5 or 6. Hold My Wine 10 lengths back. She Is Risen is third. Down the inside, Chatty Kathleen gets fourth in 153 1/5.
Yeah, that is Misty Coast, the 3-year-old filly, are taking home the 3-year-old filly pacing final in the Delaware Standardbred Breeders' Fund, $110,000 if I didn't say that before. She goes 153-1, which matches her lifetime mark, which she first accomplished at Harrington Raceway, also in Delaware. This is her 15th career win, 7th of the year. She's very close, just shy of $300,000 in career earnings. She's owned and bred by Stefan Mezdik and was driven by Arthur Stafford. But here is the boys now that went down yesterday.
Patients behind the gate moving up, sponsored by Delaware Standardbred Breeders' Fund, $110,000 final. There off there goes Naughty's Mist out for that lead, right toward the inside. There is Night Terror. Gateway Guy moves up. Down inside, moving up is Bad Boy 2. Mega Bags is off stride. Moving around Mega Bags is Marshall Dillon. Big Trust must have made a break, is way back in last. They make their way over toward the opening quarter, and with the lead, Naughty's Mist. Racing in second now is Night Terror. Quarter time was 27 seconds as they make their way by the stands on the way toward the half. Up front, the leader is Naughty's Mist by almost 2 lengths. Night Terror got away second. Gateway Guy got away third. Racing fourth, that's Bad Boy 2. Then comes Marshall Dillon. After that, Delight in His Glory. And way back there, Big Trust. And out of it after a break, now pacing distances, Mega Bags. They make their way over toward the half. And leading is Naughty's Mist. Here comes Gateway Guy out of third to go up after the leader. Night Terror back to third. Racing outside now. In fourth is Bad Boy 2, 56 3/5. They race up the back stretch. Naughty's Mist leads by a length and a half. Gateway Guy races up on the outside. Night Terror has the rail. Then comes Bad Boy 2 in fourth and on the outside. 2 or 3 back to Marshall Dillon toward the rail. Delight in His Glory. They go toward the end of the back stretch, approaching 3/4. Gateway Guy has gone up and gotten the lead. 3/4 in 124 2/5. They race around the final turn, and it's Gateway Guy opening up 2 lanes. Naughty's Mist is holding second right now. Outside, Bad Boy 2 with the rail. That's Night Terror, another gap of 2.5. Delight in His Glory, and they're at the top of the stretch with Gateway Guy coming off the turn with a 3-length lead. It's Gateway Guy, Naughty's Mist, Bad Boy 2 on the outside, toward the rail, Night Terror. They come toward the wire, and Gateway Guy has got it. Gateway Guy, Bad Boy 2 is going to be second best. Close for third. Down the inside for third, I believe, is Night Terror in 154 2.
Yeah, so that was Gateway Guy by the Marvelous. Gets 13th career win in 154 2. His lifetime marks 153 3, which he did at Harrington Raceway. He is over $300,000 in career earnings. GTY Stable owns. Corey Callahan was in the bike. That's Dover Downs. Now we're going to go to Monticello, where they had the Au Revoir. This was an interesting race. 14-year-old seniors paced this out for only $6,000 purse, but I thought it was very interesting to have a race of this. So let's watch this.
For 14-year-old seniors, this is our final daily double. Good luck, everybody. There goes Penny Spirit leaving, and there goes Rosewood from the 3-hole. Then Southern Swan down along the inside comes away third, followed by Coach Cal All About Rusty, and Astor trails the field. So they move around the first turn here, and there goes Southern Swan on the outside, and now Jim Taggart now sending to the front. Rosewood is now content to sit the 2-hole, followed closely by Penny Spirit. Then it's Coach Cal, 2 back to All About Rusty and Astor, 29-1 for the opening quarter. So they move around the paddock turn the first time. And we have Southern Swan, who leads it by an open length. Rosewood right there, content to sit the pocket, followed then by Penny Spirit, Coach Cal All About Rusty and Astor. So they come by the stand for the first time. And we have Southern Swan, who has it by a little more than a length. Here comes Mackenzie, and Penny Spirit popping out of the 3-hole. Half mile in 59-29 4/4. Moving around the clubhouse turn, Southern Swan holding on to that length and a half lead now. On the inside, Rosewood is second. Penny Spirit starting to labor. Then on the far outside, Coach Cal looks to move 3 wide. Down along the inside, it's All About Rusty and Astor, but in the meantime, it's still Southern Swan holding on to that lead on Rosewood. 3/4 in 28-2 at 29-2, third quarter. Moving around the final turn, and it's still Southern Swan holding on to that lead over Rosewood. Second, here comes the favorite, Coach Cal, bursting on the scene on the far outside third. But they're at the top of the stretch. Who's going to win this 14-year-old event? And it's still Southern Swan trying to go the distance here. On the outside, Rosewood continues to close. Look at Rosewood and Southern Swan down to the line. It's going to go to Tom Merton and Rosewood.
Yeah, Fort Rosewood gets the win. 42nd career win for him in 459 starts. He goes 159-1. His lifetime mark is 151-4, which he did as a 10-year-old at Tioga Downs. $250,000, just over $250,000 in career earnings for him. He is sired by, actually, surprisingly enough, Who's Your Boy, who I know that name very well because he is currently owned by Richard Ray of St. Claude, the sire Who's Your Boy is, and that shares Braxton's boy, who won the Golden Boy here in Manitoba this year, has the same sire as this Rosewood, who wins the Au Revoir at Monticello yesterday. We'll move on. We're going to jump now over the ocean again. We're going to look at some stuff in France. There was the excuse my translation, I cannot speak French very well. Prix de Bonas. That's what my French-speaking girlfriend told me how to pronounce it, so I apologize if I butchered it. The winner of this claims a spot into the Prix d'Amérique, so that's why it's of some importance. So let's see who takes this one home. It's a very interesting race once again. A little different than the North America style of race.
Pour s'élancer plutôt en dedans.
No starting gate, it looks like.
Et les champions s'élancent pour la Q2 du Prix d'Amérique Récise PMU, le prix du Bourbonnais, où Kerberry est bien parti avec Ampia VDSM qui a pris un excellent départ également, tout comme Hussard du Landré, le gagnant de la qualif 1 qui est là aux avant-postes. Elvis du Vallon s'est bien élancé. À la corde, il y a Eric The Hill qui est là également, alors que le numéro 11 du Déripré est au sein du peloton, non loin des leaders. À l'arrière, il y a Onek, il y a Flamme du Goutier, il y a Evaluate ou encore Étonnant.
Kerberry désormais à l'avant du peloton, venu en tête par un petit espace laissé libre par Ampiamédé qui n'a pas voulu rester côté corde. Elle est en deuxième position. Eric The Hill se rapproche également, désormais dans le dos Kerberry, Hussard du Landré, Ganette Banville, Iso Arvedaké qui est en progression à l'extérieur. San Moteur, le favori en 7-8e position devant Hokkaido Giel, alors qu'on ferme la marche avec Étonnant.
Ils vont passer devant les tribunes dans quelques instants où Kerberry a l'avantage. Eric The Hill est deuxième. En troisième position, Ganette Banville se rapproche avec Iso Arvedaké tout en dehors. Au centre, Sand Moteur également qui commence à venir se placer. Ampiamédé SM est derrière les leaders. Hokkaido Giel est là également devant Hussard du Landré, Guderipré, Evaluate.
Et passage devant les tribunes pour aborder désormais la descente. Sam Moteur qui a l'avantage. Isoard Velaki en progression à son extérieur. Hokkaido Giel qui est en troisième position. S'est rapproché également avec Guderipré. C'est la casaque verte. Ganette Banville qui est toujours derrière les premiers. Ou Kerberry qui n'est plus qu'en 3-4e position désormais, alors qu'ils sont bientôt dans le bas de la descente et qu'Iso Arvedaké vient de prendre l'avantage.
Un cheval de train, Iso Arvedaké qui est venu aux avant-postes devant Sam Moteur, numéro 12. Kerberry est troisième. Hokkaido Giel quatrième devant Eric The Hill. Ganette Banville ensuite. Kazakh Bessiel, Toc Gros Bleu qui précède Guderipré. Ampiamédé SM. Et à l'arrière, il y a toujours Elvis du Vallon, Hussard du Landré, Flamme du Goutier, mais également Alain Desmolles, Onek et Étonnant.
Moins de 1500 mètres désormais à parcourir. Les concurrents sont en pleine sur le pied de 8. On va régulier devant avec toujours Isoard Velakek qui a toujours le meilleur devant San Moteur, le favori, ou Kerberry en troisième position. Eric The Hill est quatrième. Les 7-8 premiers qui sont en file indienne. On retrouve Ekileo Giel qui a pu se ranger dans le dos d'Eric The Hill avec ensuite Ganette Banville, Guderipré, Ampiamédé qui est au milieu du paquet. Hussard du Landré, Elvis du Vallon viennent ensuite. On continue d'accélérer. On va toujours vite pour aborder la montée avec Isoard Velakek qui emmène toujours San Moteur.
Et le peloton est très étiré à 1000 mètres du but maintenant sous l'impulsion d'Isoard Velakek. Sam Moteur qui voyage très bien en deuxième position devant Kerberry. Il y a ensuite Eric The Hill, Hokkaido Giel qui commence à se décaler maintenant, qui se rapproche. Il est suivi par Ganette Banville, Guderipré, Ampiamédé SM et Hussard du Landré.
Et toujours Isoard Velakek qui a l'avantage alors qu'ils sont à mi-montée avec San Moteur qui commence maintenant à se décaler en troisième position. Ou Kerberry avec Eric The Hill qui est toujours sur une quatrième ligne et Kilo Giel qui est en train de ramener Ganette Banville maintenant. C'est difficile pour les chevaux qui étaient à l'arrière du peloton, pour Ampiamédé qui est dans la deuxième partie du peloton avec également Elvis du Vallon, avec également Hussard du Landré. Isoard Velakek qui a l'avantage pour pénétrer dans le temps final.
Avec une attaque l'attaque à l'extérieur de Guderipré qui se rapproche fort maintenant. Isoard Vedake à 500 mètres du but, qui voit venir Sam Moteur qui vient très fort à son extérieur facilement.
How
Sam
wide are
Moteur qui
they?
prend l'avantage maintenant devant Guderipré avec à la corde
They got
toujours
another
Isoard
lap.
Vedake qui se défend bien. Kerberry est là. Ampiam et DSM n'a pas été lancé.
Et la sortie du tournant final avec San
That was
Motor et
crazy.
Isoard Velake qui sont aux premières loges maintenant avec Guderipré qui est en 3e position. San Motor qui a pris l'avantage. Isoard Velake qui va tenter désormais de se relancer. Côté corde, San Motor a mis ligne droite. Isoard
They're
Velake,
coming home now.
Guderipré qui vont lutter pour les premières places avec Ampiam et avec Kerberry. San Motor, Isoard Velake qui revient à l'intérieur et Guderipré qui est lancé maintenant. Formidable arrivée avec San Motor qui va conserver le meilleur jusqu'au bout. San Motor qui s'impose devant Isoard Velake, Guderipré, Ampiam et Kerberry.
Ah, ça a été une vive lutte à l'arrivée de ce prix du Bourg.
Yeah, hard to tell with the camera angle, but the horse by the name of San Mentur gets the win there, and like I said, he punches a ticket to the Prix d'Amérique. Sorry, apologize for my French. I might be Canadian, but my French is lacking, as the kids would say. One other thing we'll look at from France was there was actually the pre-ready cash as well happened over the last few days. Yeah, let's take a look at this one.
Premier des 17 groupes 1 du meeting, c'est parti avec quelques-uns des meilleurs 3 ans du moment. On est très bien parti avec Eddie Girofalco Gio, avec également 54, le numéro 2 concurrent suédois, avec le numéro 5 Istizia. On est parti vraiment très très fort. Crystal Josselin s'est placé derrière les premiers en 4e position et on progresse actuellement avec Crack Time Atou.
Istasia accélère dans la descente et vient très vite aux avant-postes avec Eddie Girifalco Joe qui a pris un départ canon et qui est là lui aussi en léger retrait. Il y a 54 devant Canad Belev, devant également Cocktail du Dain qui a réussi à quitter la corde. Crystal Josselin est en épaisseur. En dedans le 10 Kachina de Sim se faufile et regagne quelques rangs alors que le 5 Istasia disparaît sur faute.
Et on est à 1500 mètres de l'arrivée, une première indication chronométrique avec ce numéro 3 Eddie Girofalco Joe qui n'a attendu personne. Crystal Josselin est au galop désormais, 6-5 dans la descente. On est allé vraiment très très vite avec 2 trotteurs disqualifiés, les numéros 11 et 5, et on se rapproche avec 54, Björn Goop pour Thomas Malmquist. Eric Raffin se rapproche également avec King Opera qui intègre désormais le groupe de tête en 3e épaisseur à l'extérieur de Canad Belev au moment où la course est désormais beaucoup moins rythmée pour aborder la montée.
Sous l'impulsion de 54 avec Björn Goop en 2e position, Eddie Girifalco Joe qui est à la corde, Casacruz tout près, King Opera est venu à hauteur des leaders avec Crack Time Atou en dehors. Canad Belev est derrière les premiers, suivi notamment par Cocktail du Dain qui a pu prendre le wagon d'extérieur maintenant. Il est suivi par Capitano de Source, Kachinatsim est à la corde accompagné par le numéro 13 Carapo Rafale.
Avec à la mi-montée maintenant 3 concurrents de front à environ 900 mètres de l'arrivée. 54, le numéro 2 qui contre les différentes attaques, King Opera qui est au centre, Crack Time Atou qui essaie d'accélérer en 3e épaisseur, suivi par le favori Cocktail du Dain qui est en 4e position désormais. Canad Belev voyage bien sur une 2e ligne alors que le numéro 3 Eddie Girofalco Joe est toujours bien placé. Ensuite on essaye de se rapprocher avec Kobayashi, le numéro 16.
Intersection des pistes, bientôt les 500 derniers mètres avec King Opera qui essaie de prendre l'ascendant sur 54 qui garde le meilleur côté corde avec à l'extérieur le numéro 9 Crack Time Atou qui est battu maintenant alors que derrière les leaders Canad Belev est encore dans le coup à l'extérieur.
Thank you to everyone in the comments who's joined. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Joe est toujours là à la corde et va tenter de revenir. King Opera a pris l'avantage à l'entrée de la ligne droite.
Et bientôt effectivement la sortie du tournant final. King Opera qui s'est débarrassé de 54. Il va falloir résister à la pouliche. Canad Belev qui a eu la bonne course. Cocktail du Dain suit en retrait alors que s'annonce à l'extérieur Katinka du Mouchel, le numéro 15, mini droite finale avec King Opera qui a l'avantage, qui va être attaqué par sa compagne de couleur. Canad Belev le mâle contre la femelle avec King Opera qui tient bon devant Canad Belev. Katinka du Mouchel qui termine bien. Cocktail du Dain qui se relance. King Opera est au galop et c'est Canad Belev qui va remporter le premier groupe 1 du meeting devant Katinka du Mouchel. Les femelles ont nettement dominé les mâles à l'occasion de ce prix Ready Cash.
Et pourtant Dieu sait que c'est difficile.
Again, that was the pre-ready cash. It was won by Kenya de Belev, a 3-year-old filly by Express Jet. We're going to stick to international for me anyway. Welcome if you're local to these areas. We're going to go to New Zealand for the Manawatu Cup. This took place over the last couple of days as well.
Favorite now is Bad Medicine into 210. Johnny Mack at
I like how their starting gates look too.
Good little battle in the betting. Will they have a good little battle on the track? We're about to
Not a huge field, but interesting race.
Set to go 2,500 metres. The Cobb, a Manawatu Cup ready. Gate folds, they're away. An Artful Living off the inside, speeds off the arm. Run Mason Run showing his customary early speed though. And he's been driven off the gate to find the top by Brent Mangos. And Run Mason Run runs along to the lead over Artful Living. Back in third early is Denny, followed on the outside, Smoking Hot Cheddar. Coming back second to last, Johnny Mack and 2 lengths away. Back at the tail end, Bad Medicine. So Run Mason Run in his favourite spot. Leads the way a length and a half on Artful Living, straight into the box seat and up on the outside. Smoking Hot Cheddar left in the breeze. Denny under it, 3 pegs, and the 2 favourites back second to last, and last Johnny Mack and Bad Medicine. So up before us they come, and they've got 2 circuits to go in the Manawatu Cup. It's the Cobb Manawatu Cup, and it's Run Mason Run the leader, leading a length and a half on Artful Living in the trail, and Smoking Hot Cheddar punching the breeze on the outside of Denny, who's 3 back on the inside. Johnny Mack is well situated, 1 out of 1 back, 1,700 metres to go. And a length and a half away, Bad Medicine whips them into the back section.
They don't have to go so wide in a 6-horse field.
In the cup, a length and a half. Artful Living trailing on the inside is Smoking Hot Cheddar in the breeze, and 1 out of 1 back, Johnny Mack. The outside of Denny at a length and a half away. Last of all is Bad Medicine. Along the back goes Run Mason Run. He calls the shots, a length and a half clear.
Thank you again for everyone who is commenting, joined. Make sure to like and subscribe. We can keep this stuff going. Keep spreading the wonderful harness racing news.
Over on the inside, Denny and Jay Abernathy is coiled up on the inside, 3 back. Tucked in on the inside of Johnny.
I think they have to go one more time.
And David Butcher quite content to just sit out the back. Smoker's Pipe on Bad Medicine last of all. Around they come. The leader is Run Mason Run. Run Mason Run the leader. And
he was 3 wide.
Medicine from the tail, but it's Run Mason Run who's had a comfortable run in the lead. On the outside is Smoking Hot Cheddar and Artful Living behind the leader. So Bad Medicine drawing up 3 wide to go and join the leader with a circuit to go. Johnny Mack stayed in. He's back on the outside of Denny to the Homeward Lap in the Cup. They've got about 8.75 to go, and to Run Mason Run the leader. Up on the outside, Bad Medicine. So the favourite gets within a length of the speed with 800 metres to pace. Third, Artful Living on the inside is Smoking Hot Cheddar. Second to last, Denny on the inside of Johnny Mack, who's going to need to outsprint them from the tail. Into the back they go. Run Mason Run the leader. A length and a half on Bad Medicine. Artful Living just tapped along as the pace increases. 1 out of 1 back, Smoking Hot Cheddar. The outside of Denny. Johnny Mack last, 5 lengths first to last. To the end of the back, 450 from home. Run Mason Run leads it a length on Bad Medicine. Artful Living on the inside. Smoking Hot Cheddar giving ground. Splicing up between runners, Denny and Johnny Mack will need to come 4 wide from the tail, but he's starting to build the revs. Run Mason Run and Bad Medicine on the home turn, and then Artful Living, Johnny Mack wide, 3 lengths away. Bad Medicine went to Run Mason Run. The inside, Artful Living, Johnny Mack is starting to charge down the outside, but Bad Medicine hit the lead. Bad Medicine in front, and Bad Medicine wins the Cobb Manawatu Cup.
Bad Medicine.
Johnny Mack dashed home to be in a photo with Artful Living.
That was interesting. Bad Medicine, if you're watching, made the move. I don't want to say the half mile mark, but one of the times we were coming around the grandstands, he went 3 wide, took over, and then ran 2 wide the whole way around. So yeah, Bad Medicine by Better's Delight gets the win there. Yeah, impressive win. That is actually all the replays I have for you today. Thank you to everyone, again, who's commenting in the comments and who is liking. Make sure to like and subscribe, and make sure to follow harnesslink.com on any of the social media sites that you use, Facebook, YouTube, or X. A couple other things we'll talk about. The Inter-Dominion in Australia goes down tonight-ish, depending on what time you're watching this. If this is Saturday morning for you in Australia, New Zealand, I guess it's tonight. Tomorrow, kind of tomorrow morning-ish for North America. I talked to Cameron Hart the other day. If you want to rewatch that is a previous episode to see how he's going to attack things with his with the Best Bourbon and the Mayor Best Bourbon, and the other one he took Swayze over Narano. Very interesting lineup. I'm really interested to see how that goes tonight. And a little bit of news, not really news, not tons of news right now. But I'm gonna kind of pump one of the stories of my co-contributors to Harness Link, Ace Barnsdale. He wrote about a horse that I know very near and dear to my heart, Emmett's Buddy. Here he is. There's Emmett's Buddy. Emmett's Buddy is a 4-year-old gelding by In the Irons, bred in Manitoba, owned and bred by Arthur Ray. What's important about this guy, if you don't watch Woodbine Mohawk Park very regularly, he has been very competitive in the preferred class, to say the least. And actually, he has posted what is recognized as the fastest mile time out of any horse to be bred from Manitoba, 1:49 flat. And that actually rivals the fastest time of any horse done in Western Canada out here. He's gotten wins in the preferred. Tyler Borth usually drives him. Manitoba native Travis Collin has driven him to a win before. So it's very exciting story. If you want to read more about this story, the link is in the description if you are on YouTube or on Facebook. Just let's check in to see where live racing's going on right now on Friday, December 15th. Currently, Cumberland race 7 is about to kick off if you're watching right now. Harris, Philadelphia is 8 minutes away from race 3. Freehold Raceway has the 0 on race number 2, and the Meadows is 8 minutes away from race number 2. Dayton Raceway kicks off at 4 p.m. Eastern time today. Western Fair, 5:50 Eastern time. Meadowlands is 6:20 Eastern time tonight. Yonkers at 7. Well, we also got Century Mile, not Downs. Remember that, Century Mile in Edmonton at 8:15 Eastern time. Cal Expo, 9:45 Eastern time. And Fraser Downs, 10 p.m. Eastern times. And how could I forget Woodbine Mohawk Park at 7:10. We got some late night racing with Century Mile, Cal Expo, and Fraser. While I've actually had it going along the bottom as well, a big weekend, even though it's winter in North America. Tomorrow, all-day racing again tomorrow. Cumberland kicks off at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Charlottetown Driving Park back in action at 11:30 a.m. Freehold again at 12:30. Dayton Raceway at 4. Saratoga at 5. Northfield Park at 6. Meadowlands at 6:20. Flamborough at 6:35. Woodbine Mohawk Park again at their usual 7:10. And Century Mile in Edmonton, not Calgary, at Century Downs, Edmonton at 8:15. And we'll cap off on Sunday. There's several tracks here in action as well. 9, Cumberland again with the early morning at 11 a.m. Charlottetown again at 11:30. Saratoga at noon. Harris, Philadelphia at 12:40. Northfield Park. Big gap there from 12:40 to 6 o'clock at Northfield. Rideau Carleton at 6:30. Flamborough will kick off at 6:55. Cal Expo has conflicting times. I believe it is at 8:45 Eastern time, and Hawthorne is at 8:10 Eastern time. So again, on behalf, that's everything I got for you today. Quicker episode. I'll be back on Monday. I'm not sure what the date of Monday is. Is that the 18th? Let me check my calendar. Yeah, 18th. We'll be back on 18th. And the first thing I want to recap is the Inter-Dominion. I'm very excited to see what goes on. Friend of the show who is just on, Cameron Hart, is in both the trotting and pacing divisions. Make sure you watch that tonight if you can. We'll also recap everything going on, a bunch of stuff going on in North America, big stories and events that are newsworthy. Make sure to like and subscribe. Like I said, check out harnesslink.com. We got great contributors from all around the world: New Zealand, Australia, Canada, the US, and Europe. As you've seen, we had some French racing today. Thank you to our sponsors. We're on our presenting sponsor, Harness Link. Harness Bid too is our sponsor because it's a game changer, just like this show is. It's a game changer for the standardbred and harness racing bloodstock industry. It provides buyers and sellers with an easy-to-use online platform that offers global reach, unparalleled transparency, and convenience for you, its customers. So make sure you check harnessbid.com. And again, thank you to our friends at the USTA for being our sponsor as well. On behalf of everyone at Harness Link, I'm Trey Colbeck. We'll see you on Monday. Have an amazing weekend. Bye-bye.